Hello and welcome to the Old Gold and Black for this new series of videos that is going to be called The Solution, and looking forward to the Wolves next season because I think we've all accepted that this season is all but over now, with nothing to play for in the league other than staying away from relegation, which I genuinely don't think is a worry. And then the FA Cup's over as well as of Thursday, so it's attention turns now to next season. There's been a lot of talk about, we want to hear from Jeff Shee, we want to hear what the plans are, the reasons behind some of the signings of the last 12 months. And, as a fan, I'm already looking towards next season. And I do think that it will be quite a rebuild. I think next season is going to be another transitional year, and it's going to be a lot of players who leave and a couple who come in. Just as a caveat, I don't watch too much European football or world football to be able to suggest names of players who are going to come in. This video is going to focus on the players who are going to be the core of the squad for next season. There will be videos in the future as well talking about players I think might be moved on, but I might need some help with players who are coming in. So if you have any ideas, then please put them in the chat, and let me know any players that you think Wolves need to sign, or the positions perhaps in which they need to improve on.
What I've done is I've written down the squad that we have at the moment, and I've highlighted players in different colours, and I'll go through them over the next couple of videos and what they sort of mean. So today I'm looking at the group of players who Wolves currently have that they need to build the next team around. We haven't seen this at Wolves, maybe ever. We haven't seen a group of players who've been together for 3 or 4 years get a bit stale but still have some real gems in there and want to completely chip off the rough edges and then build around a core group. We haven't had that. So it's going to be interesting to see if this does happen, because I think what has happened in the last 3 or 4 years is we've had a very, very good team, but we haven't improved it. We haven't needed to improve them. So that's the reason why. So first and foremost, Rui Patricio. Although he's getting on a little bit, 33, 34 now, goalkeepers tend to have a slightly longer career than outfield players, and I think he will be okay for another few years still. And I would expect him to be our number one goalkeeper next season as well. The 2 defenders that I've got as being a key part of the squad in the future are Willy Bolly and Johnny Castro Otto. The rest I'll talk about another time, but those 2 I think are the ones who have got the most potential for the next few years. Although Bolly, getting to the age of 30 now, might start to decline in the next couple of years, so he might be one that we look at the end of next season and think about replacing. But so far, to me, they're the 2 keystones of that defence. Johnny as well in particular. You've seen his impact in the last couple of games that he's come back in, and he's shown the stability that he brings to that defence. I do also think, just as a side note, that Semedo will be kept as well. I can't see him being moved on so quickly. So he will also be probably our mainstay right back next season. But, we'll talk about that another time. As for the midfielders, there's only one player really that is going to be, and I think this is the keystone. I think he's going to be the captain. I think he's going to be our key player for the next few years, although he does need to improve. That's Ruben Neves. He's had a hit and miss season this year. He's had some moments where he's been really good. He's had a couple of really poor moments. His free kick taking has just stopped being a thing as well. So, but I do think that what he brings to the team in leadership and performance generally is very, very high. The 2 attacking players that I'm building my team around as well are Neto and Podence. That might not come as a surprise to anybody. Podence hasn't really had the chance to get a really good run in the team. 12 months now he's been at Molineux, but we've had the pandemic for 3 months that stopped football. Then he's had a couple of injuries since New Year. So he's not really had the chance to really show what he's got. But when he has played, he's shown that tenacity and that passion that we've really, really wanted from players recently. He's shown that. There's a couple of things as well that he needs to improve on. He does need to get better at finishing, and but I mean, he's got a lot of potential. Neto, we have to keep hold of him by hook or by crook. We cannot sell him for any fee at all in the summer. Every club is interested in him. He's been our best player all season. We have to keep him. Now, you may be thinking, well, Jimenez, of course, as well, would be a key player. Now, I'm going to talk about him another time because I don't think he's going to be as key as he has been in previous seasons. I'm really concerned about his level of performance when he does return. I think the likelihood is that he will return, but I don't think we can expect him to be the player that he was back in October when he had that injury. I think we've got to expect to need to buy a new striker, and Jimenez will be still part of the squad, I imagine, and still be able to contribute, but not at the same level that we used to, unfortunately. So just to run through once more, my key players, my building the squad around, my core of the squad is Patricio, Bolly, Johnny, Neves, Neto and Podence. They have to be in every single starting 11 as much as they can next year, and the rest of the team needs to be built around that core. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Is there anybody that you think I've missed? Is there anybody you think that obviously I'm going to get rid of that you think, what's he doing? Then let me know in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again next time for another one of these Wolves Rebuild Solutions videos. Bye-bye.
Buzzing down the chip shop, by now you must have heard. The Wolves I'm going to Wembley, buzzing either word.